to take care of our bodies. We need to maintain our body. What is the three main things required? Matter is not able to give us a firm support for spirituality, and that spiritual strength is gained specifically through the power of spiritual sound vibration. That is another fundamental teaching of the Vedas, that we can perceive higher things in three ways. The first is pratyaksha. I can see the sun and I can try to understand about the sun, that the sun is a ball of fire and the sun is emitting so much light. But the pratyaksha experience is very limited, because can you tell me the diameter of the sun just by looking at the sun? We can't. In fact, our eyes may cheat us. Children may feel that the sun is only like a ball, size of a ball. So our eyes are highly imperfect. Our direct perception of the truth is very imperfect. We can't even see our own eyelids, which are closest to our eyes. So many things which we cannot perceive and which may perceive wrongly due to simply basing ourselves on pratyaksha. And the second way of understanding the truth is anuman, trying to speculate. Oh, this may be like that, this may be like that, this may be like that. Maybe, no, this is not that, this is not that. Like Charles Darwin, he tried to speculate, oh, man may have come from monkey, though he had no proof of that, but he said speculation is the basis of science. So, speculation is another way of knowing about the truth. But again, it is highly probable that it may not be the truth, because speculation also has some limit. So ultimately the Vedas say that the perfect source of knowledge, of any branch of knowledge, is to base our knowledge on spiritual sound vibration, which is known as Shabda Brahma. If we take the knowledge from Shabda Brahma, then we will never be wrong. Because the Shabda Brahma is not a sound vibration of this material world, it is descending from the spiritual world. It is descending from the spiritual realm, which is perfect. So, Shabda Brahma, by taking shelter of spiritual sound vibration, one can counteract all the infections of the self, and one can achieve success and steady inner growth to even succeed in our day-to-day lives. And the sound vibration, the spiritual sound vibration, the transcendental potency of the sound vibration is required for all-round progress, psychological progress, spiritual progress, emotional progress, bodily progress, fulfillment of our desires. Everything it comes by spiritual sound vibration. So that is what the Vedas, the timeless wisdom of India, is stating, that meditation on the supremely pure, divine and spiritual sound of Nityananda, Gauranga and Hare Krishna mantras, it is the most powerful way to connect with the spiritual realm and to draw power, to draw energy, to draw inspiration from the higher realm by sound vibration. It not only ensures our spiritual development, but our emotional maturity and our spiritual success, fulfillment of all our activities in life. In the preliminary stage of mantra meditation, the practitioner experiences the clearing of consciousness. It is known as Namabhas. Like the clouds, they cover the sun, so you don't get the full sunlight. Even though we are standing below the sun, the clouds are covering. So our consciousness is very clouded at this present moment of time, because material sound vibration is not able to penetrate and clear up our consciousness. So that is why the spiritual sound vibration, it immediately demolishes the clouds of our misconceptions, our lethargy, our laziness, our ignorance, and it awakens a higher dimension of consciousness in our heart, and peace of mind, relief from unwanted drives and habits. Now, in this world, so many people are trying to get relief from unwanted habits. Sometimes we just don't want to do it, but we are pushed to do it. So you can try to restrict yourself from these unwanted habits, but the mind keeps on going there. Raso varjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. In the Gita, Krishna is saying that you may try to stop yourself, but unless you are getting some nourishment from the higher platform through spiritual sound vibration, one cannot actually give up the unwanted drives and habits. We have so much experience. One can immediately become in communion with God. One can immediately connect with God. And one can realize the spiritual existence of the self. Mantra in Sanskrit is a Sanskrit word, basically mantra. So manatrayate iti mantra. That one which frees our mind from all misgivings, from all unwanted things. By the sound, simply by the sound. That is the power in the mantra. Simply by the sound, the mind is released from the attachments which the mind feels when it becomes very disturbed or agitated or restless. All these misgivings are freed simply by hearing the sound of the mantra. It is so easy. And the potency to liberate the mind from material conditioning. And the Maha Mantra means a mantra which has all the power of all other mantras. The Maha Mantra. It has the potency that by chanting the Maha Mantra, one gets the power of all other mantras. So, our entanglement in material suffering, it has begun from material sound. That is known as Tan Matra. In the Bhagavatam, it is described how in the beginning of creation, Brahma heard these three words. Tapaha, tapaha, tapaha. Brahma just heard the three words. And it was spoken by Lord Garbhodakashai Vishnu. And when he heard these three words, he got all information how to create this universe. From sound, action, spiritual output. Output in any field, it will not be consistent. We will need a lot of downtimes. There will be a lot of downtimes and there will be uptimes. And so many things will happen. So best is to always stay connected with the spiritual sound vibration in the form of the mantra. And that will help us to always take the material results with the right consciousness. How do we actually see God through sound? How do we remain in touch with the spiritual platform while doing our work or in our life? It's very easy. Sometimes people say, Swamiji, we can't see God when we chant the mantra. So how can God exist? But it's very easy to understand that we can hear the wind, but can we see the wind? We can't see the wind. We can hear the wind. But there is no possibility of seeing the wind. Similarly, the hearing experience also is a feeling experience. It is not simply a theoretical experience. Some people, they want to see and believe only. When they see only, they will believe. But in the Vedas, more stress is given on hearing, oral reception. When we hear spiritual sound, we can actually feel the presence, the spiritual presence of God, our soul, and we can feel spiritual strength. We can get that strength simply by vibrating the spiritual sound vibration. So, even Lord Krishna, he confirmed this in the Padma Purana. He tells Narada that I am not there in my supreme abode of Vaikuntha, nor I am there in the high hearts of the yogis who are meditating on me silently. But I am present, eternally manifested and present and appear where my holy mantras are being meditated on or chanted. When my spiritual sound vibration is there I am present. I am always present there. Because the spiritual sound vibration is the thing which can awaken our soul. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhya Kabu Noy Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Kariye Udoy. That our eternal consciousness, which is fully blossomed, like a blossoming lotus, it cannot be awakened by any material means. It can only be awakened by spiritual sound vibration in the form of the mantras. And the dormant activities, the soul. Not only we can awaken our potential by spiritual sound vibration, we can also get real peace through spiritual sound vibration. And presently we are slaves to any whimsical thoughts and desires and appetites the mind may generate. Anything we think of, we immediately want to do it. We don't even have that power to think whether it is right or wrong. Immediately we get a thought when we want to do it. There is a highly precarious position. So Bhagavad Gita tells us that we should learn to control our mind and not simply allow the mind to do whatever it wants. Give it some time, meditate on it and control the mind, because when we don't give it to the demands of the mind immediately, our mind keeps on getting stronger. Next time it will be easier to control. First time it will take a struggle to control the mind. Next time it will be a little more easier. Third time it will be even more easier. At the same time, the mind is attempting to enjoy by employing the senses. It is attempting to experience matter, and it is so full of unlimited ideas, and it is perpetually restless. It doesn't even wait to fulfill one idea. It keeps on jumping like a monkey from one idea to another. So in doing that, the mind is vacillating like a pendulum from one place to another. Chapala, sukhala, lagire. In the Vedas it is said that the mind runs after something. I want to get this, and then after getting it, the mind understands that no, this is not what I wanted. It becomes frustrated. Then it just renounces that thing. So once it's trying to do both, then it is going to tyag. Then again it is coming to some other object, again bhog tyag. It is vacillating like a pendulum. Some days we feel, okay, today I will chant spiritual sound vibration and then I will go to work so that I am always on top of everything. But the next day again the mind says, oh, why are you wasting time to chant the spiritual sound vibration mantra? There is no need, just go and work. Then third day again, say, no, I should improve. Fourth day again the mind tells us, no, don't do it. So our mind is constantly making us vacillate and is not stabilizing us in a particular situation. So for that again, to ground ourselves, we need a power which is superior to the mind, and that is spiritual sound vibration of these mantras of Nityananda, Gauranga and Hare Krishna. This mantra sound vibration will immediately pacify the mind, and then the mind can be engaged in wherever we want in the best way possible. And beyond this, the sound vibration of the mantras has many other miraculous effects. Is relief from all misgivings. The conscious soul, the I, is actually the owner and the observer of the body. Intellectually, this fact is easily understandable by spiritual realization. Bhagavad Gita is theory. Bhagavad Gita is explaining us about the real I. Krishna is telling to Arjuna, you are the real I, you are the soul. You are always existing. But how to realize this? Arjuna could realize because he was hearing the direct sound vibration from Krishna. Spiritual sound vibration. He could realize it directly. But how do we realize? We realize by mantra meditation. We realize the science of Bhagavad Gita through mantra meditation. That is why Lord Krishna says, Yajnanam Japayatyosmi. Of all yajnas in Kali Yuga, I am the yajna of mantra meditation. Because through this yajna one can